Welcome to a brand new season of CPR's Clubhouse Freestyle Universe and CPR's Clubhouse Live. My name is Jose Ortiz, CPR. I'm being joined by Artie Rodriguez, also being joined by Alex Zuniga of Latin Nation and Carla Varola. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here on CPR's Clubhouse Live.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are so formal when the record button comes on, but a few minutes ago. So look, I'm truly excited about the 60th celebration, the 60th time that you've been on this earth. I know that at the beginning of the year, Artie Rodriguez, you teased us a little bit with a great song called "So This Is Love." Let me just say that I've been singing that song, playing that song, and I think I have that song played out on the Apple iTunes because I play it all the time. And then you gave me a treat because you made an extended version. So now it's like all over again, falling for the song. But this is your 60th birthday year, and you celebrated by releasing an album. Talk to me about why did you choose this time to go ahead and release that song and that album?
I've been working on the album for 3 years. And 3 years, I thought about doing duets with different artists and stuff like that, but it never materialized because I was doing so many things. I was working on 2 films, and then I was working on other projects, and I'm doing it now. I'm working on something with Alex, and it got pretty hard to get people to come in. But I thought about 3 different people that I adore and I hold very near and dear to my heart, and I thought that they would give me a vocal challenge. And Alex and Belinda and Unique Latina and Carla were exceptional in this, and they were poignant and a wonderful thing to add to an album that meant so much to me. 3 years, I wrote it all. Took 3 years. I wrote it all. I got it all down. So I said, you know what, Alex, let's do this song. And Alex wrote some parts and stuff like that. He's going to tell you that he wrote the whole thing. No, he didn't. But the thing is that he just he came up with these things, and I just started writing about it. And I said, okay, cool. So I called him back and I said, so Alex, so can you write something? And he wrote something to it. And then I heard it, and then I called him back. I said, I like it. Okay, so this is our duet.
I honestly thought that the album was going to be called Artie and More Friends.
Artie and More Friends.
Yeah, because we had. Yeah, so we had Artie and Friends. We had the Artie and Legit album, and now we have the 60th birthday celebration that you celebrated in October. The beginning of October was your birthday, so happy belated birthday to you, sir. So I was going to ask, how did you come up with your team for this project? As you can see, Carla Varola has the picture of all 4 of you on screen, and you could have chosen anyone because you're the type of person that when you ask any artist to do a project with you, they automatically say yes because they love you so much, right? You're that respected in our community. And if they would have said no, I would have blasted them on social media, but that's not the point. So the fact that you chose these folks to join you on your album is truly a unique experience. You handpicked them yourself. Now, Carla, first time that I get to speak to you, great meeting you. I listened to your rendition of "Take My Breath Away," and it was amazing. I wish that more people would have played it. I wish people would have spun it. But it's like you came out of nowhere. You came out of left field. You're not new to music, but you're new to freestyle music, right? Because I've seen some of the things that you've done. Talk to me a little bit about your background and how you connected with Artie.
So, okay, I was born in Portland. I was born in East Harlem in the barrio. And this is how this connects, because I grew up with an artist, a friend who's a familia, Pica Ortiz. And we stayed in touch throughout the years. I went to school with his brother. We were in the same grade and stuff. And we went to the LaGuardia School of the Arts. So I was studying music since I was a child, basically. So how that gets me to Artie is that he wanted to do a remake of Just Another Day from John Cicada. And he wanted the background vocals to sound sharp. So he pinged me and we reconnected on Facebook and the whole 9 yards. Facebook connects a lot of people. So then that's how I met Artie. As I came into the studio and did backgrounds for him on that one. And then we repeated that again, and he went and did She's Like the Wind. And so I did, the background with him on that as well. And then he was like, you got to do something. You got to put something out. And I'm like, I'm working. I'm like, so I'm a working musician, but I also run 2 companies. So, I've been around the block a couple of times. Like I said, I grew up in East Harlem.
Let's also add a Zoom specialist.
There you go. And a Zoom specialist. Yes, exactly. So the hustle is real. The struggle is real, right? So since I was a kid, I've been surrounded by music. It's not the easiest thing to make a full-time living at it. So so I've been doing live performances, and I worked in corporate America for like 30 years, and then decided to work for myself because I was like, I'm done. So that's where Pika comes in, because like you got to do something with that voice. You can't just leave it. Now I put stuff out in the 90s that got written up in Billboard. I got little blurbs in Billboard. I got pre-nominated for Grammys. I went to the 1995 Grammys. Again, and this is not an interview about Carla, but this is just my background.
No, this is absolutely what we want, because again, it's an introduction to CPR's Clubhouse Freestyle Universe. We get to listen to you for the first time. And when I say, I recommend everyone go out of their way to listen to your rendition of Take My Breath Away, please do so. It's a great vocal performance. I think it's because there are so many people out there that have made their own versions of that song, that probably the reason why people were kind of skeptical. But if folks would go out of their way to listen to her version, Carla Varola is on Apple iTunes and all your favorite digital distribution site, you're gonna hear the differences between her version and others' version. Go ahead, Carla, take it away.
Thank you. Well, no, the beautiful thing is that I got to work with Artie in those first 2 instances through Pika. And he is amazing. I'm going to shower you with praise there, Artie, because you are really supportive in the studio, and he really gets the best performance out of you. You don't feel unsafe at all. As an artist, you think, oh my God, am I doing this right? Does this sound okay? You know what? He makes you feel so comfortable, and you're smiling and laughing, and it's very easygoing, the sessions and stuff. And so that's how I came to meet Artie, through my walk of life with, my lifelong buddy and friend, and Pika Ortiz, and and then he kicked me in the butt and said, go do something, put something out, because you got that voice. And it's God gives me a blessing, like he gave these 2 other artists and Unique Latina. We're blessed to just be able to do what we do, and we got to just put it out there. And
it's a great thing to hear, because those are some of the things that I was going to discuss during this interview. The fact that he gives everyone opportunity, and he does get my nickname for Artie Productions is Finishing School. So there's many people that think that they know how to sing, but then they go to Artie's studio and then he proves them right or wrong. Depends, right? So he, it's finishing school. Everybody who thinks they can sing, you got to go to Artie, go to finishing school, and then you graduate. Either you pass or you fail. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is that he's not going to tell you if you pass or fail. Your project will tell you if you pass or fail, because he's going to get the best vocal from you. And then when you put it out, then the audience will let you know if you pass or fail. Let me speak to Alex Zuniga, Latin Nation. Look at how calm, cool, collected he is with his Jabra headpiece. Straight from Colombia. I just want to say how proud I am of you. I said this on social media. I'll say it again. I want my girlfriend to look at me the way that guy looked at you when you were performing on stage in Colombia. I mean, I was thinking he was singing every word. But how was that experience for you, Alex? All these years of putting in work and doing this for yourself in Colombia.
I've been trying to go to Colombia since '99, and how you call it? And I never got the chance. I never had the opportunity. 1, money. 2, not knowing who can I trust out there, because I don't know nobody out there. When the first compilation came out, I would say the majority of my sales were in Colombia. And I try to plan it again. I try to do something out there. And again, there's no promoters out there like they have it out here. So as I plan to do this, to go out there forward this year, I was gonna do it in March or in April, and then I found out that Raguel was doing the same thing.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Let him do his thing. I'll do it later on, so that way we don't clash in trying to compete, if you will. And then I picked September, and I took one of the guys from Romance and Style, and asked him, listen, I don't know nobody out there. You guys, I've been in contact with you since '99. You know, can you help me? So I invested in myself. I put money out of my pocket, trusted these guys to get me a venue, get radio promotion because they have a radio out there that plays freestyle for 2 hours or three, and to promote the event. Got everything together, flew out there, and it was a total success. And the funny thing is that they felt that it wasn't a success because it was Valentine's Day over there.
Mhm.
So we had competition with other bars and restaurants, you know, doing celebration. It was a packed house, first floor, second floor, packed. So I was like, oh my God, I could just only imagine not being a holiday. What would it have been?
Right. I
Because I
think
had a
that
whole bunch of people in the background saying, you know, I wish I could have went. I see that
right.
it was great.
And that's one thing, you know, you investing in yourself is a great example of what you're all about, and the fact that Artie has always you know, backed you up in this situation. The fact that you know, you have always bet on yourself since I met you, even when, you know, when I was on 90.7 in the early days and not giving you an opportunity to be played on the radio, you would still go back and send your product over. You would send 10 songs, and out of the 10 songs, it would be no on all of them. And you'd be like, okay, well, maybe you'll like this one. And then eventually it became a situation where it's like, okay, Charisma is in. Okay,
Charisma.
yes, Tu Eres Mi Vida is in. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we get to, you know, my favorites, Everything and Better Than Me. And the fact that you bet on yourself and you sold all your compilations in another country, and you were able to go there and see the fruits of your labor. The reason why I say that is they were singing your song. You know what I mean? They knew the words. That dude there were more than, it was more than one guy. There was hundreds of people in there, but there was 2 or 3 men, thugged out, bearded men in the front row singing your song in a way where I've never seen somebody sing a song before, or that I haven't seen since the 90s when we did shows here in New England. So kudos to you, man. Truly.
No, and that was an experience. Like I have my top shows that I say my tops. And the reason I say my tops is because they meant something to me. They were important at that time frame. And I always had my brothers, you know, the last show that we did in the Club Chameleon out in Lancaster, PA, as the first one. And I told my brothers, I'm so sorry, but this one just took it to a whole different level. It was just an amazing, it's very humbling because you actually see people that appreciate your music, especially when they're singing your songs. It humbles you down. I was honored. I was blessed that I was able to do it. And we're already in talks about going back.
I also found out you got sexually harassed there in Colombia.
Yes. I got
And you,
slapped.
but
By the bearded guy? Was it the bearded guy?
I don't know if he was bearded or not because I was too going like, what the hell just happened? I got slapped in the ass.
Artie, all I can say, he got a handful is all I can say.
Wow!
A handful. So listen, you know, we're here to celebrate Artie, and I know that you know, it's been a long time since we gotten together to discuss music and how much fun it is to make these connections. Artie, this is your final album. No more after this. Is that what you're saying to me?
Well,
Yeah, I may be doing some a single here or single there, but the album is such. I'm I'm a quirky guy. I like to make sure that every T is crossed and every I is dotted, and it just takes me a long time. This one took me 3 years. So I wanted to put this one out just to commemorate my 61st birthday, and put it out there. My partner in crime listening to it, Alex, in his car, poor children and poor family. He would listen to the album from top to bottom and stuff like that. And when he heard what I did with Belinda and Carla, he just kept going on and on. We kind of support each other in that way. And that I remember telling people, listen, don't ever let an old song that you call old ever die. You know, always promote it. Always let people know this is out. And what happened to Alex is indicative of what I've been saying for many years. You don't know what's old, what's new in somebody else's backyard is going to be your fortune. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of seeing Carla do her thing on stage with her band, live, no auto-tune. He's amazing. And to see Alex up there with two hairy men doing his thing out there, I got a little jealous. I said, okay, cool. But this album was important to me, only that I just wanted to celebrate with a few people who really wanted to do this with me. And I know that Alex has been asking for a duet, and Carla just, I wrote this song and I was like, Carla's got to be able to like really rip this apart and make me look like Swiss cheese. I thought, let me just put her on this one, and also Unique Latina. When I asked her to do the song, Unique Latina has an amazing voice. She has a disco voice, if anyone does. I mean, she's amazing. Going through a lot, by the way, and I wish her the best. But when I asked her to do this duet, she bugged out because I did the same thing to her that I did to Alex. Say, hey, Belinda, how do you like this song? And she goes, oh, it's nice, so beautiful. I said, that's our duet. Learn it.
Well, big shout outs to her, because as well as Alex has people in Colombia singing his songs, Belinda, Unique Latina, has people singing her songs here in New England, right? And they support her, they love her, they met her online. She has an album that has 30 songs right now on digital media platforms. And that's without any support or play from my radio show. And it's just an underground thing that she's done, where she's cultivated her own fan base by putting these songs out and kind of touching people's souls one by one. So, she was invited here today. She couldn't make it, but I just want to make sure she understands that, her music has reached people in my area. And I'm sure that if she ever performs in this area, there'll be some people that know the words to her song, just like what happened to Alex in Colombia.
Let me tell you something. When I first started working with her, I noticed that she has this incredible innate strength to keep going on and on and on, kind of like Alex and Carla. She just keeps going. She's like, okay, I just want to do another song. I want to do another song. And every time she came in, I would direct her to do certain things. I would say certain things about certain words, and I would change certain words, and she would actually make them sound better. So I congratulate her. I celebrate her, and I'm so honored that all three of these individuals are on my album. I am so, you have no idea how honored I am, and I celebrate it.
I listen to the album. I got to listen to This Time with you and Carla, and there's a portion of the song where where your vocals interact with each other when you're singing This Time. And it was so perfect that I was like, man, I gotta get these people together so I can discuss how vocals like made every part of my arms hair stand up, because I don't have hair. I don't have hairs on the top of my head, but it was a certain electricity that I got when I heard just that portion of This Time, when you guys are blending your voices together to just hit this specific, when a song hits you, it hits you, and you don't know why it's hitting you. And that's what happened with me and This Time with you and Carla.
Well,
So
Carla came in. Carla came in. I had done the song and I wrote it in the whole 9 yards, and I asked her here rehearsing to practice it. Didn't take her that long, but when she came in, she had already. I like to let the artist go on their road, and then I'll follow and join. I kind of did the same thing with Judy Torres. When she came in, I let her do her vocals first and find out where she's at, so that way we can go. But Carla just came in and tore my microphone apart. I'm like, okay, cool.
I
You
can
want to
hear
give me
that.
a challenge? You
I
want to
can
give
hear
me a
that.
challenge?
I can hear that. I can absolutely hear that. Now, Alex, you finally got your wish of doing a collaboration with Artie. How'd that feel for you when you finally got to be on a song with Artie? You know, you've heard Artie and Legit, you heard Artie and Sanaya. I know that you had a song with I believe it was you and Edie got a collaboration previously. But the fact that you are by yourself, there's no Legit. It's like you're playing Legit's role, right? On this song. How did it feel for you?
No, it felt amazing. Again, it was a weird thing because Artie sent me the instrumental and then he told me to write something. So I wrote something first and sent it, and he goes like, "Yeah, it's getting there. So come up with something else." And I'm like, "Oh, great!" So then I'm like, write something else, and I came up with "Crimes of Love," and I sent it to him. So then he called me up. Hey, I like this. I like the melody. I like the way it's going. This is gonna be our duet. No, he wrote his parts and then he sent it to me and said, um, "This is gonna be our duet." I was totally stunned because I wasn't expecting it, and I did everything possible not to be sick to go and record the song. Because I get sick easily. I have a bad immune system, so I'm like, "Oh my God, please don't let me get sick. Don't let me get sick. Let me just go get this song done."
Were you the freestyle man in the bubble? You know what I mean? Just instead
Yeah,
of a
pretty
Yeah,
much.
like
yeah.
you know people
And
talking to you.
so yeah, no, and it was a challenge just because I know Artie's capability, and like I didn't want to fail. I didn't not that too much of the failing, but I didn't want that I stick out like a sore thumb. So like Artie's like, no, just be you. I don't want if I wanted somebody to be here, it would be somebody different. I want you to be you. And
There were some compliments that were automatically sent to me in regards to your collaboration with Artie. A prominent producer who has a show on TikTok was like, I like that Artie and Alex Latin Nation collaboration. I don't call them duets because men get mad, but you know I call it a team up, a collaboration, because now if you say duet, one person has to play a role and the other one has to play the other. But it was just
But it's okay.
yeah.
It,
But
Jesus.
again, when you get someone that had nothing to do with the project that produces and they record music and they're like, hey, they can listen to the Artie and Alex and Latin Nation track. I really enjoy that track. I'm like, I go back to the album and I keep listening to the song over and over again. And it was a place where you both complimented each other in a different way than Carla complimented Artie on their duet. Same thing as Unique Latina's collaboration with Artie. It was so different, you know what I mean? And so these are collaborations that actually worked, you know what I mean? And
yes,
it made the album unique, no pun intended, because you actually started with a duet with Mr. Arben Muslami, who was also part of the album in the first song. You featured him. And so it was like the set off of having a duet and then a song by yourself and then a duet and then a song by yourself. So it was a good experience listening to it. And I think that anyone who gets it will enjoy it. My
when
favorite.
Arbin
Yeah,
with Arbin, I had asked him if he had a track, and he sent me a track, but he didn't know why. So I went on ahead and I wrote the song to it, something really powerful. That song means a lot to me. It's about people who waste too much time and wait till death to say that somebody's really a good person,
mhm.
or that I miss talking to them, or that I treated them a certain way. We have now the time to do that and enjoy just a little bit of time that we are given by God and just be kind. And when I wrote the song, I called Arbin and I said, Mr. Molusmani, this is Artie Rodriguez. I love your track. I'm going to write a song to it. And he said, oh, Artie, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, my apologies to him if I said his name incorrectly.
No, it's you know why I'm saying it that way? Because we misspelled his name.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I did say it correctly.
So don't feel bad. That was me. So when I showed him the song, he actually was really touched, and I showed it to a couple of people. I said, "Hey guys, what do you think of this? Does this really feel? Do you feel something with this?" And they kind of told me, "Yeah, it really means something." And so I wanted to just leave something that will touch people, including the duets and stuff. Like the duet with Carla has to do with two people who are destined to say, "Hey, we're not going to give up. We've been married this long. I know that we're in love. We're not going to let trouble get in our way. And this time we're just going to make it." But Belinda is a wildcat, unique Latina. She's a wildcat. She wants, I mean, she can do harmonies and ad libs for days. So what I did was I took her and I said, we're going to do a duet and we're going to do it this way. And man, did she fly. It was just, I can't believe the voice that comes out of her. And
I couldn't believe when I did my research that, there's a lot of different songs featured on Apple, Music. But when I saw that she has a brand new album in 2023 with 30 songs, I'm like, man, that's a lot of work. You know what I mean? That's a big body of work that she invested in herself. She believed in herself to go ahead and record these songs. And
she writes them down, and she comes in and she does her thing. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. I love her so much. And when I got Alex to come in and do the duet, it felt just right because I knew who he was. Carifreco, but I know who he was. I felt his voice. I know who.
And then he wonders why he got patted on in Colombia.
But it's a funny thing.
I said.
But it's a funny thing. Like for the last 2 years, Artie didn't want to do an album. He kept fighting me. I kept telling him, you need to do an album. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do any album. I'm too old. I'm too old. That's his favorite word. And I'm like, well, you cut your crap. I said, you can rock a mic. You can rock a beat. Just do an album. So then all of a sudden he goes, Alex, listen to this. Alex, listen to this. And I was like, and I'm like, okay, we're good. I said, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. And,
well, what Alex doesn't know is that I was already writing songs. My situation with Alex is that I could bounce things off of him and he'll tell me the truth, which I really hate. But he'll tell me the truth and I'll just go ahead and just write them and just say, and I'm like, because I feel that I'm old. I feel that, I'm the guy who should just already sit back and let somebody else shine. And I'm good with that.
You have double the energy of somebody that's 20 years younger than you.
Correct.
Did you forget that you were jumping off moving trucks, flatbeds?
Yes.
Jumping off a stage.
Onto the street in Massachusetts to walk down 2 or 3 miles so you could sing to people while they're walking with you on the side of the road. I will never forget that. He made every woman, especially anyone in the 350 club, feel great about themselves, and they love them in Massachusetts and stuff because over here we have the Artie Rodriguez 350 club, and some of them have jerseys and some of them have Artie's name tattooed on their shoulders, but the bottom line is that you can't say that you're too old to do this when every day you're sending these positive messages out to the people that you work with in the community. You give these advice and these long, well thought of discussions that you put on social media that for a long time people have ignored, right? And now they treasure all the things you write.
Oh,
like
wow.
they copy and paste it. I know I do. And I read, it's like you read books because I want to know your thoughts and your process on why you allow a lot of people that I feel don't have the talent to do music to go ahead and record with you, and you push them. And there are some that have proved to be wrong because of the fact that they went to you and they recorded with you, and they were undeniable to the point where I had to play them and eat my words, which I love, by the way. But the fact that you're always doing that you're always on social media to my newbies, signed Misfit, you know what I mean? Those are the things that I love about you. And those are the things that have always endeared me to you in the 3 decades that we know each other. And again, you were another artist that I said no to, you know what I mean? That became undeniable. You both came to the Puerto Rican Festival in Springfield, Massachusetts, and you rocked it to the point where I had no choice but to be like, I gotta play their music. And it's been like that for all this time. So again, you're not old ever. You know what I mean? You're timeless.
I love you. I love you. You're so adopted. You're moving in.
I'm trying to get adopted somewhere, Carla.
So
for only 67 cents a day, you can feed a DJ.
Yes. Macaroni and cheese. The thing here is, Jose, if you don't understand what part you play in my life. And the thing is that when you discovered Amame, you went on ahead and played that. And I was like, he's playing something Spanish, something that I didn't think I was that good at. And you played the hell out of that. And so I thank you. And I think that
everybody knows the words of that song here. Because remember, I mixed it with "Give Me Back My Filet Fish." Give me that fish. But it also worked because people remember the song. And there's always a part in that song that sticks with me. Is in the middle of it, the passion of your voice, and you go, "Amame negrita." I was like, man, this brother just killed it. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then you like corazón, and you like si tú te vas, and the way you're singing it, and it's like, I you know how people feel about you because you see the 10,000 people on stage, and Alex has the video of it, just loving every single word of you performing that.
Yeah, you discovered that. You discovered that, and I thank you.
I just want you to know that you mean a lot to the community, and I keep telling people who would listen to me that if they think that they can sing, and if they think that they need someone with patience or someone that requires them to, pay a fee and go to them, but also be able to ask questions, that you're the person that's going to have that patience. You're the person that's going to have that tutelage, that demeanor where you're going to make them feel good about themselves. And we just got a testimony from Carla. But I know this because for the years that I've sent people to you, everyone has had 100% satisfaction guaranteed, when they work with you.
Yeah. Wow. I'm honored, terribly honored. Thank you so much. Wow.
Carla, you're nodding. You're nodding. I want to know if we're going to hear more new music from you in a freestyle sense, because I think that you should be, right there, just battling it out for that top tier song to be #1 on my countdown. That's the way I feel.
I love it. Yes, music across the whole board. I was telling Artie I wanted to do a project, original music. I'm a songwriter too, so I'm like, and maybe more collaborations with Artie, and who knows, maybe with Alex, and and the crew there. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm open to it all. I'm just it's just life. It's very, not to say anything. It's about financing, and Artie knows this. I would say I have to believe in myself, but I got to bust it out myself financially. So that's where I'm at. But at the end of the day, I absolutely have visions and dreams of putting together material out to the universe for sure.
Oh yeah, she'll be getting on it. She'll be getting on it. There's no denying.
And again, the vocals are there, Artie. There's no
my
issue
God.
there.
Oh my God. Listen, you don't understand. It's like when she comes in and she opens her mouth and the first note that comes out, you go, okay, that's it. We're going to go home. You have a professional in the booth.
Right. And you love that. And you love that because the session is so quick when it comes to recording vocals, right? One take and you're out. You know what I mean?
It's not only that, it probably take the same 3 to 4 hours to do something, but those 3 to 4 hours are used to be creating things, not actually correcting things. So there's a difference. So
in your
Yeah.
album, you can hear that the different riffs, the different vocal stylings that you have, the little twists and turns in the vocals. I think I even heard some Disney stuff in there. You know what I mean? Like I hear oh wee oh oh. I'm like, are those the dwarfs singing in the background? No, that's Artie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like you hear little things.
That's
You
like
know,
that's the Edie track that
no,
I did.
I know that, but I mean, it's not only in the Edie track, but I hear it in your album 60, where you have different noises and sounds that are unique to what
Yes.
you do. You know what I mean? And again,
Yes.
when Carla hits that this time with you and your vocals clash, I'm like, I gotta talk to these folks. You know what I mean? And for me to get phone calls from the TikTok superstar, Mr. Willie Valentine, about the Artie and Alex Latin Nation collaboration, I think is great. And so, you know, I like to celebrate good music. I like to celebrate people that get together to create a great project. And this is one.
Thank you.
I really do hope that this is not the last one. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Artie, we could have 70.
I agree. I agree.
Every 10 years, 80, and then 90, and then 100. You know, 110.
Oh, I love you.
And,
I love you. That's
and
it.
then
You're in my back pocket.
after 110, you got to call it applesauce because that's all you'll be able to eat.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Jesus
I won't be able to
Christ.
say Massachusetts for sure.
Yeah. So
But
look, man.
I have to be honest with you. When I started writing this, way before Alex told me that, I was telling Alex that I was old. I'm old way before, but I was writing them for such a long time that it all of a sudden something that struck me was that if I don't do this now, I may not have tomorrow, and hence the song "Heart of Stone." And I said, let me just do this. And I just started tossing them to Alex. Alex, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? What do you think of this?
Listen, I have to ask a controversial question because that wouldn't be me, right? So here it goes, Artie. So on this album, you don't have Legit nor Edie in it, right? So was that a conscious thing to do, or did you talk to him about that beforehand? How did that work out?
Yeah, I just said I don't like you guys anymore.
Perfect. We could use that soundbite. We could use that soundbite.
No. I love them to death. They're in my heart. But this compilation had something to do with trying to be different and leaving a message. You know, I may just do something down the line as a single, but this album was my way of leaving something in case something happens. And so that's how I think. And so I just want to leave something behind. Hopefully people will like what's on it, but I know that I love what's on it. And so that, that really means a lot to me to have these three individuals. And Alex has been asking me for a long time to do, we got to do a duet, man. We got to do a duet, man. And I'm like,
and also there is an Artie and Legit and Edie collaboration, correct?
Yeah. And oh my God. And I Legit sang so freaking good on that song.
Yep.
He has an amazing voice. He really does. God bless him. And Edie and myself, and Edie I told Edie, I said, I got an idea. When I say that, the whole Western Front freezes. They said, okay, what do you want to do? So it turned out really well. I
can't wait for you to come to Massachusetts so we can go to Walmart.
I don't want to.
If you don't see, here's the thing, right? When you come and you join us for the CPR's Clubhouse live show, you got to be knowledgeable of freestyle and also what we've discussed in the past, right? So you have to go back into the archive to know the story of Artie at Walmart. We can't repeat that story again. Because
Carla, let's just say this.
Sounds scary.
The men's and women's letters above the bathroom should be bright and clear for someone who's getting into my age.
Oh my God.
So you're saying you want to repeat the story again? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying that it was pretty daunting to share a stall with somebody who had some very pretty slippers. And I'm saying, wow, this guy's really fashionable.
I think that the best thing that I've ever seen is a 50-year-old man looking like a 3 or 4-year-old child hiding behind the passenger side or the driver's side mirror, right behind the passenger side mirror, and calling from the phone, "We gotta leave. We gotta get out of here." We're all looking for him at the store. He's already near the car.
Outside, I have no idea. That poor little girl that was sitting right there, that as I ran out, she went, and I ran out. It's like, I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Carla,
and he stole.
If we go on tour, Carla, get ready.
And by the way, they're looking for him because he stole all the toilet paper. But anyways,
they had flowers on those.
Just great stories of you guys being here in New England and coming to the Puerto Rican festivals and do them every year. We're hoping to start that again in 2024.
Yes,
they revitalized the festival, and I had some discussions with the new heads of that department that puts it together. So hopefully next year we could do it again and invite Carla to come and blow the roof off the park. And the park doesn't have a roof, but if it had one, you'll blow it away. Alex, like I said before, I give you a hard time, and thank you so much for allowing me to make jokes on your behalf. Every time there's a TikTok, I think of Alex and I can blend it with Alex. I do it and he laughs, like Vaca, pero tú tienes lo. I did it, Alex. I did a freestyle one where Alex is with the shoes and stuff.
Yes, so, I know.
That was great, right?
The one that you killed me now recently was I don't know what AI machine you're using.
Yeah,
having Better Than Me mixed in with The Weeknd singing this song. Oh my God, it sounded like a drunk person singing the song. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
That's not The Weeknd. It's El Weeknd. El Weeknd.
There's no D at the end. It's a weekend.
It's a weekend. A weekend. Yeah, I already stopped it. It's too addicting. I'm in the middle of doing something that's important, and I'm doing a new AI. I didn't get to do Amame with Artie, so I might do that once, but we'll see. We'll see. Look,
I'm so happy that you like the album. See, it really means a lot to me. I just wanted to leave something behind, and I thank Alex for pushing me.
Stop saying that you leave something behind.
Edie's another one.
Not going anywhere.
Time out.
Edie,
what is it?
Edie's another one.
Time out. What do you keep saying? You're gonna leave something behind? You trying to tell us something? Did you get a diagnosis of being extra sexy or something? What is going on here?
Actually, I got to be honest with you. The doctor says I'm in great health, but I'm of that kind that says, hey, God gave us a certain amount of time to be on this earth. Let's just live every day like it's the last day. And so that's what I'm doing. And so I thought I would never be able to do an album again, but I started writing 3 years ago. And to have Alex and to have Edie telling me, hey, you need to get an album out, and oh my God, you need to do something now. You got to put it out now. I'm like, okay, hey, no problem.
She's like, your cholesterol level is a little high. You may want to get into the studio. Like,
yes.
Are they checking your blood sugar every day or something? What's going on?
Yes, everything is beautiful.
Let me ask you a question. Is that the famous booth where people do the singing behind you? Oh, the hot box.
That's the dungeon.
The dungeon.
I just recently had a vocalist here from Pennsylvania, and his song's going to come out soon. It's about his mom. So he sat in the booth. He was like, yo, I heard about you. I heard about doing vocals with you. I'm here. Just, don't worry about the time. Just tell me what to do. When he got into the booth and he came out without a shirt.
Not the first time.
Without a pair of pants.
Not the first time.
Yeah. Well, listen, I have a wonderful story about Coro. Coro has a devastating body. He's fucking. If I was gay, I'd have his kid. But the thing is, when he was in my booth, it was really summertime, and it was really hot. So he took off his, said, hey, can I take off my shirt? Can I take off? I said, you can take off everything. I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
You're with the camera. You can take off everything. Go ahead, sir.
I've had naked women in there, and it doesn't bother me. So when he got down to his skivvies, to his sexy shorts, and I bugged out. I was like, it felt so normal to me, but it was wonderful. So that box does get hot. Am I right, Carla?
Yes, it does.
That is the hottest box in freestyle, right? Anyways,
I won't say anything. Alex only knows the truth.
So listen, when we want to implore people to stream and to download and to purchase Artie's 60th anniversary album or birthday album, or so you're 61 now, and you waited a year for the all right, got it. I got the math now. But some of the so the Artie 60 album is available right now. You can check out his collaboration with Alex Zuniga of Latin Nation, Crimes of Love. And we also have the song with Carla Varola, which is This Time. Check out the middle part there where the vocals collide. Amazing. You got unique Latina. I can't imagine my life without you. With Mr. Muslami, you have another song. Where did our love go? I believe, is it?
No, it's called Heart of Stone. Heart of Stone.
Who wrote this? Excuse me. Is Cheryl here? Tell her she's fired. You didn't do the notes right. You're supposed to be the Duchess. What's going on here? These notes are incorrect. B minus. Unbelievable. Yeah, and Carla, what other songs do you have available right now on digital platforms?
Take My Breath Away, and of course the one with Artie now this time. So
I also saw one say that called Take Your Bags.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes. Right. I did oh my God, I totally forgot. I had an Alzheimer's moment.
Take your bags.
Yes, I'm sorry. Oh my God. He's gonna kill me.
Oh, she rocked it. She rocked that song.
You're right. I'm sorry. I totally.
And, I was listening to the song and I was walking out of my house with bags, and then the song was Take Your Bags. I took my bags, and then my girl was like, where are you going? It's crazy. Alex Zuniga, Latin Nation. There's an album right now, I'm Not Alone. You put that out there. You look like you're about to go to the club. Oh, and you know what I'm saying? Put the cover up. Cheryl, put the cover up. You put the cover up. Oh my God, unbelievable. You are fired or suspended for 6 months.
He looks really sexy today, right? Like he needs a pina colada to end the day.
It's been a long day. I know that he has the check-in with Alex Zuniga on social media. Please buckle up and park somewhere. Don't drive and Facebook Live, sir.
Listen, I can't help it. Idiots drive in the streets. Hello? Okay, I go by law.
I watch this show and all I hear is cars going.
Yeah. You 9-second crap.
Artie, just want to let you know, man, you mean a lot to our community. I will always tell people to go to you, to go to finishing school. And, I will continue to celebrate you and your music. I'm truly happy that you get to celebrate your 60th anniversary album or your 60th birthday album, even though you're 61 now. And in a couple of years, 65, 65. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Did you already get the AAA discount?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I think I put the album out.
I got you coupons for Metamucil, 30% off. Nice. Okay, great. And I got you the little tennis balls that you can put on the walker. I want to do like an up thing. You know what I mean? You could be the older guy.
You got to get me tennis shoes. I've always wanted tennis shoes.
I got to get you white New Balances so we can really, end the day on the high. With the thick soles that would never go away. You know what I mean?
The tops run out before the bottoms.
I'm gonna get you some kangaroos with the zipper on the side so you can put your change in it.
I love you, man. I love and adore you.
I love you too, man. Artie Rodriguez, thank you so much for joining us here on CPR's Clubhouse Live.